Hello everybody and welcome back to another camping and fishing adventure here in the far south. Superb experience. Where else in the world can you find a beach like this? Wants to kill me.
Just too nice.
I found myself a situation.
Now it is the 14th of January here in the Catlins and we got a cozy 10 degrees Celsius outside. It is just the right temperature for the locals to put on their swimming shorts and go for a little dip down in the 2 degrees cold ocean, right? So perfect weather here for the Catlins, a nice summer day. We just arrived at our favorite campsite here in the Catlins, and it is the Papatowai dog campsite, and we're here for 1 week on our dog camping pass, and we want to do a little bit of camping, hardcore camping here, and also a little bit of fishing, of course. There are a couple of things we can do. There's a really nice estuary just down from the campground, which used to have a healthy flounder population. So we'll see if we can find maybe a flounder this time as well. There are also trout in that estuary and maybe kahawai. So we might launch our aquamarina and give that a little go. Besides that, there is also the open ocean and we got our aero drone. So take it out to the open beach and we're gonna have another go with that as well and see if we can catch maybe a rig or an elephant fish. That would be really good.
Also, that estuary just over there were lots of cockles before. I have to see if they are still there. To get here, compared to the other dog campsite, Purakanui campsite, it's easy to get here. But here you don't have a nice, great view. It's surrounded by forest, as you can see. I like this more than the other one. I feel more like home. Yes, home.
But what we like about the dog campsite here are also the facilities. You got a cafe out at the front and there's a petrol station. There are now even food trucks. They weren't here before. There's some flush toilets and I don't think they have cold showers, do they? No, there are no cold showers, but there's definitely water and some sort of kitchen facilities here. So from that perspective, it's quite a handy dog campsite. It's also fairly large and you can find some private spots, as you can see here. We parked in a way that we got a little bit of bush in front of our entrance door so that no one can decide and park right in front of our nose, and we actually can spread out a little bit. And that's what I kind of like about those kind of campsites, that you're not so squeezed in always, like in lots of NZMCA parks, for example, or freedom campsites where you just absolutely have zero space and no privacy. So from that perspective, this is a really nice campsite, and there's also bush all around, so it's quite sheltered from those strong, nasty southerly winds that you often get here in this area. I really hope that we can catch something this time. Fingers crossed big time, because we haven't caught a fish for almost 4 weeks since we got down here to the far south of New Zealand. It was so good up in the Marlborough Sound still, and then since we came here, the weather has just been constantly so shit, and it's so hard to get even motivated to go out there and fishing. And besides that, I haven't seen anyone catching any fish. So hopefully our luck will turn finally and we will be able to catch something around here. What are you doing with my glasses? everybody, the weather has improved a little bit here. At least the rain stopped. The cold is still ongoing, unfortunately, but we thought since we can't go fishing, we're gonna go down to the estuary and explore that a little bit and show you guys how beautiful it is, even on such a awful day like at the moment with the weather. Sometimes it's even better because everything looks a little bit more dramatic, right? So we're just gonna walk you guys down to the estuary. It's just a short little walk down from the campsite, and from there, especially good at low tide, which we're having now, we can then walk to the mouth of the river and have a look around there a little bit. It is actually really nice, but at the moment, after all this rain, the river is really dirty and all the water around there is brown and dirty by the beach, so it's probably not that good for fishing, even for drone fishing at the moment. Hopefully it will improve a little bit over the next couple of days. Maybe we even see a sea lion, who knows? Sometimes there are some nice big sea lions around there.
Smooth, the way that you look in your eye. New, started off with one, then had a few. Your lips, they taste like whiskey, every move. Time, the minutes quickly passing by. One step away into the night, but I don't need to wake up by your side. Ships in the night. I wanna be the devil on your shoulder. I wanna be on the Harley to your Joker. I wanna be the devil on your shoulder. I wanna be the angel when it's over. You'll get lucky like a four-leaf clover. Baby, I'm the Harley to your Joker. Closer, will you pull me in and says come over?
And what I also really like about the Papatowai dog campsite is there's some nice walks around here. So when there's no fishing, you can go for a little bit of walking and hiking through some absolutely stunningly beautiful bush around here with some great views. And another thing I really like around here is also that there's this little settlement. It's a real old style Kiwi Dutch settlement, really, you know. There's also the Lost Gypsy, which is like a cafe and a curiosity gallery sort of thing. Kind of preferred these days over those really remote dog campsites where you're like so far away from civilization. You're still in a really nice, quiet environment. Well, everybody, today is today too, and just when you think the weather can't get any worse, Catlins just decides it's a good day to throw a little bit of rain at us on top of all the cold that we've been having here. So that just means we have another day of cabin fever in the caravan. What is going on down here? I got tears in my eyes from that cold wind.
Frozen tears?
Oh, suddenly.
Summer! When are you coming?
Summer in the Catlins.
Middle of summer. After a couple of rainy days, we headed into a small town of Oaxaca to avoid cabin fever. We spent some hours working on our laptops at the local cafe and the library. And of course, enjoyed some nice coffee and lunch.
I thought we're never gonna see a blue sky again here in the Catlins. It is still very cold though, but since there's a blue sky and hardly any wind this evening, we decided to... What are you doing there? What are you mucking around with? Asian is trying to pack up a fishing rod. I already packed everything. Well, the idea is to catch ourselves a dinner finally here at the Papatowai campsite, but the tides are a little bit against us. It's low tide in the evening, so what we're gonna do now is we drive to the next beach, which has a name that I can't pronounce, but it seems to be an easy accessible beach, and we're gonna take our drone and hopefully we can catch ourselves rig or maybe an elephant fish. We got some paddle crabs and we got some salted prawns that we're going to be using for bait. Luckily, it doesn't get dark here until almost midnight in the Catlins in summer, so it just gets cold. Let's go.
I forgot how to rein it in. I know exactly what to say to it. If you could think like you always did, I would have never walked away from this.
All right, guys, what do you think about this spot? Isn't it beautiful? Beautifully cold as well at the moment. There's quite a bit of a swell out there, unfortunately, but we're gonna set up the drone anyway. Cool that you can drive onto the beach. Already a few people out there behind me that drove on the beach and that are fishing there. So we got an outgoing tide, not the best scenario, but we're gonna set up our drone just here and see if we can do a flight. Let's go.
If you could think like you always did, I would have never walked away from this. When you were walking in the summer rain, I saw you singing with that song again. Before the night when we looked the same, you could have asked me to do anything. Holding you, holding me in the moonlight, I guess it's not what you had in mind. Look around now, I see it so clearly. I can't make you believe, can't make you believe.
I fly with a bit more tension and we don't have the line dragging so much in the water while we fly that out. Hopefully this will give us a little bit better leverage there. wants to kill me. Oh, maybe something is on, but
Shark?
nothing on. Well, everybody, I think we cannot catch a fish here. The swell is too strong out there. It's really hard to keep the line tight or feel any bites. We managed to get the bait out about 400 meters. Nevertheless, it's still sitting there, but it doesn't look like there's any fish. Despite this super beautiful evening here, I mean, check this out. Wow, what a scenery out here. Maybe we have to try a different strategy and maybe fish closer to the rocks over there somewhere, or maybe at our place at the Papatowai dock campsite, maybe closer by the river mouth. There's also, unfortunately, a big sea lion hanging around at our dock campsite. A big sea lion is a bit of a nuisance when we want to do drone fishing there.
Well, can you come here?
Big angry boy, aren't you? I think he's bigger. I think he's bigger than me. Yeah. No fish, but stunning spot. Superb experience. Where else in the world can you find a beach like this and so empty, despite being cold? Maybe in Antarctica you find a beach like that.
Maybe ask that guy to fly our bait.
Oh yeah, look, there's a hang glider up there.
It can fly our bait close to the middle of the sea.
There's a hang glider now in the evening. Nothing on there. I thought it was tugging away a little bit more, but it's just those big waves that, even though we use braided line, which cuts through the waves more easily than like thick mono, for example, but it's still, the waves just too much. It's just constantly dragging it down. What is surprising though, on the first cast, the bait was drifting straight away over to our right hand side, and now I can feel that the sinker isn't set anymore, but it's not drifting, it's just sitting straight out, which is a bit strange. Now I see all that mist over there, looks very magical. And our beautiful little Eskimo looks like it's another burger night.
Yay! Gonna be fantastic, guys!
But I don't think anything is on.
Again, nothing is on. Totally untouched.
So guys, won't you believe it? We got some brilliant weather. It is blue sky, super sunny, nice weather, and it's warm enough to wear a t-shirt. Unfortunately, it was a little bit too windy to go fishing. We met some really nice local people here that were camped up next to us. Very nice family, and they shared some Paua with us. They gave us 2 Pauas, and they also gave us a little bit of a taste test when they cooked up their Paua. They were so nice, and we love Paua. Unfortunately, I can't go diving myself at the moment because I got a little bit of a knee problem. And now we want to show you guys a little bit how we cook up those tasty, yummy Pauas and have them for our dinner tonight. So we're just cooking the Paua a little bit in butter and garlic. Same like our friends that we met here were cooking the Paua, and it was really yummy. I'm no expert at cooking Paua for sure, but one thing I know with any seafood is you don't want to overcook it. So we're just cooking it a little bit, and I think it's already done now, because overcooked Paua gets actually tougher as well. And it's starting to look pretty good here, I gotta say. I put the garlic on a little bit later so that the garlic doesn't turn brown, right, if you put it in first. But I think we're done, Haitian. Look at that.
Looks so yum, smells so yum. Wow. Fantastic. Thanks for cooking, chef.
Okay, shall we eat inside the caravan?
It's been windy today, so we can have a nice cozy dinner inside. We have a pap. I'm fine with that, not toasted. And some salad. A little bit of chili sauce, gochujang, chogochujang. I'm sure it tastes really good too.
Look at this fork. What Haitian gave me here.
But this is national treasure in New Zealand. I found it in the bush.
It's maybe real silver.
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's amazingly soft. Hey?
Really?
Yeah,
Very nice.
The tenderizing did the trick. It's amazingly soft.
Just too nice.
I almost got a heart attack. I thought the mayonnaise is finished, but we got another one.
Mayo junkie.
Ooh.
You should get some Paua ourselves.
We go for a dive with the sea lion. Asian found a big sea lion at the entrance of the river here, at the estuary.
Big tail.
We're gonna have some Paua burger. Double layer Paua burger. Triple layer Paua burger. Since we got 2 Pauas, I don't have to be too stingy here. A bit of salad. Being an absolute burger fanatic, this is exactly the stuff that I like to eat. Oh yeah, Paua burger. Check this out.
With the black finger.
Check out this here.
Wow.
Looks pretty good, eh? What do you think?
Yeah. Actually, you can buy through the Paua, so unbelievable.
Big thanks again to our neighbors. If you guys watched the video, big thanks to you guys for giving us this beautiful 2 Pauas. We haven't had Paua for probably over a year, and we've completely forgotten how nice a Paua is. Now I'm kind of keen to get myself a few Paua as well. Great area to get some Pauas here in the southern, right?
Later that day, we went for a walk along the rocks, hoping for a bit of pure luck to find some Paua. A few years back at Nugget Point, we actually had a great finds just wandering around and managed to pick up a good sized Paua off the rocks. But it seems that was our one and only moment of pure luck.
Well, we got another beautiful day today, unexpectedly. So today we thought we're gonna take our boat here and go down to the estuary and explore the estuary a little bit and see if we can catch anything in there. Maybe a little Kahawai or maybe even a trout, who knows? We're going to be trawling a few lures up the river. In order to do that, we first have to drive to the river over the little bridge, not far from here, launch the boat there, and then see what we can do there. Let's go. Well, the biggest problem is that there isn't any water here. Where's the water? It's supposed to be real high tide. How do we know if we have incoming or outgoing tide? We don't have mobile reception here. I'm not sure if it's even deep enough for boating here or if we're going to be run aground. This is the area I actually wanted to go to on this side here. Theoretically, you can motor up the river for quite a long time. It is very windy and cold wind too today, which shouldn't be too much of a problem here on the river because it's, there's not much shop building up here. Just a matter if we can actually come back if the tide's running out. Well, we shall give it a try. What do you think, Asian? Did you bring any warm clothes with you at least?
I have my rain jacket with me. I thought it's windproof too.
Wow, okay, let's go and launch the boat out here. Geez, the wind. Well, everybody, we managed to launch our boat here. There was luckily the incoming tide, and we motored all the way up on that river for probably, I'd say, at least 5 kilometers or more. And once you get up there, it is actually quite beautiful. It's all overgrown and it looks quite like a little bit of a jungle, prehistoric forest there. Unfortunately, we lost the footage of all that except a few things that we filmed with our mobile phone while we were trolling the whole way up in the hopes of catching a trout. But on the way back, we actually stopped not too far away from that bridge and we caught a whole bunch of kahawai there. There was a huge school of kahawai and they were super easy to catch. And we caught about 4 or 5 and took them back to the camp and ate them this day. Those kahawai weren't really big by all means, but very good pen-sized kahawai, and you can actually catch them from the roadside. It wasn't too far up from the bridge, so when you guys are in this area and you want to catch some kahawai, give it a go. If you don't have a boat, try it from the side of the road there, just past the bridge. There's the channel, and there always seem to be a few kahawai around in that area. Well, everybody, today we're going to be tasting the best voted burger in the most remote area here in New Zealand, a place you probably never heard of in your life, in Papatowai, voted in 2025 as the best meat burger. The place here is called Peak's Kitchen, and it's a food truck here in Papatowai, all the way down in the south, in the far south of New Zealand. There's nothing here besides a dog campsite and a little shop and the food truck with the best burger in New Zealand. And I can't wait because I'm a big burger fan. So we're gonna go there and order 2 of those $29 burgers and we're gonna taste test them. I've already been so hungry. I've been waiting all morning for Haitian to feel hungry, and she just didn't get hungry. And now we finally go to the burger, and now she disappeared at the toilet. Oh, there she is. Okay, finally we get my stomach is very, very empty right now, guys. I did only eat a very small breakfast so that I can consume a huge burger, and hopefully it's huge for $29. We have to order the burgers inside the shop. Famous beef burger.
Can't go wrong.
Looks very good, yeah. Well, I have a famous beef burger, please.
Of course. Would you like any aioli for your fries today?
Yes, that would be nice, thank you. Well, we have to wait.
Look what we have from them. Catherine's nice postcard. And nice goodies. And what's that? Wipes. You wipe your hands.
So busy inside, so couldn't film much, but the choice was the beef burger, which looks really good. And then they also have a pie, which is unfortunately also $29. It is a regular sized pie with a sort of a deep dish pie, they said. Oh, $22 for pie, so all right. But if it then it should be like a really big pie, like at least twice as big as a normal pie. Doesn't justify $22, eh? What do you guys think? $22 for a pie is quite a lot, eh? That's a lot. Yeah. In the Catlins cafe in Ovaka, you get a double-sized pie for $16. So that's a pretty good deal. Look, we're sitting here with our subscribers.
Having nice burger too. Same. We all have same.
We met you at the Papatowai dog campsite, and we're all having a burger now.
Always come and ask you how's your food, and you've got a mouthful of food, and you're like,
All right, so we got back from our burger expedition, had the best burger in the far south, Pig's Kitchen burger, and yeah, I gotta say it was very good. What is your rating?
4. 1 minus because of it's $29.
4 out of what?
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5?
Normally like that, huh?
I always do a 10 rating.
Ah.
I'd say like 9 out of 10. Well, the only minus is the price. Burger bun was really good. It was nice meat, pure beef. There was some nice sauce on it, some nice cheese on it. The cheese was quite a good addition. The salad, the lettuce was fresh. So it was a really nice burger. If you come down here, check it out at Pig's Kitchen, the Beef Burger Deluxe. Well, they only got one beef burger. All right, everybody, we're at the end of our camping and fishing adventure here in Papatowai, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Unfortunately, we couldn't catch anything besides the few Kahawai. If you got a couple of days with nice weather, then it's actually a brilliant spot. Unfortunately, that only happens maybe 3 times per year. Anyway, we're going to head off now. We had some bad news this morning, unfortunately, from back home in Germany. My dad is not doing very well at the moment, and we have to cut our summer trip short this time and take everything into storage and head over to Germany really quick to help out a little bit over there. It's a bit sad news, really, but at least we have the flexibility with our traveling lifestyle to quickly react and go over there. For now, we'll be traveling overseas for a little while, and I'll show you a little bit of my hometown maybe while we're there, and I'll give you a couple of updates during this time. We also got a bit of a backlog still of our fishing and camping adventures that we haven't edited so far. So this will also be coming up, and if you stay tuned and subscribed, then you're gonna see those ones as well. So anyway, hope everyone's having a good one out there, and we see you all soon.